introducing to you is the new airline,
Gold Star.
Gold Star.
Gold Star.
Gold Star Airline.
the Winds of Ghana.
The Gold Star is a new airline that is running up and down from Africa inside.
The good thing about this airline
Provides more benefits to travelers than any other airline in the region. Flying with us is an experience. The allowance of 3 50-pound suitcases as opposed to 2 by a major airline.
it has a long leg room.
Free culturally sensitive dining experience and entertainment such as movies and music. And an onboard shop featuring Ghanaian products and artifacts.
And the good news too is whatever you want in the flight, you'll get it. We have good stewards, we have good airhostess, the way they serve you, the way they talk to you. Oh my God.
Gold Star Air, the Wings of Ghana, promotes the Ghanaian culture and tourism through elegant travel experience.
And will be initially flying to 12 destinations, namely London, Baltimore or Washington International Airport, Dubai, Dakar, Guangzhou, Lagos, Monrovia, Abidjan, Freetown, Conakry, and Banjul.
All as Gold Star, the Wings of Ghana, promotes the Ghanaian culture and tourism through elegant travel experience.
Gold Star Air, Wings of Ghana, coming soon.
Boss, good morning.
Good morning.
And please, how are you?
I'm very fine.
Greetings from Ghana, the people from Ghana, Adamo people. And we are very grateful to have you on this channel. Once again, thank you so much.
You are welcome, my brother.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure meeting you.
Okay.
And I seize this opportunity to thank you very much for your participation during the just concluded Olojo Annual Festival. You know, so we have displayed, you know, the level of brotherhood that has to be appreciated. So thank you very much. Thank you.
You welcome. But first of all, kindly give us your name and position you hold on this wonderful palace. With all respect.
Well, I am Chief Moses Yera Alafare. I'm the chieftaincy title holder. You know, I'm Otumba. Otumba simply means the right hand man to the king.
Wow.
And that title was bestowed on me by a kingdom called Idori. Not too far from here. It's in Ondo State. We are in Osun State. Ondo State is the neighboring state to us here. And that kingdom is very important to me. You know, for 2 reasons. One, the kingdom actually is like a twin city, a twin kingdom with Ife. Kingdom. It's the only kingdom that, well, it's not the only kingdom, so to say. It's one of the kingdoms that still bear or share names with this kingdom of Ife. The kingdom is also called Ifeke. Ifeke simply means the Ife that live on the Ito. Why they refer to us here as Ife, Ile, Ife, because when they left so many centuries ago, when they left here, they actually left to settle on it. And so they were, that was their settlement. And that's how they held that Ife, the Ife people that live on the mountain.
Oh, okay.
So they are from here. And we see maintain a very strong for their affinity together. So that's number one. Number two, I married from the kingdom. So, by virtue of my marital relationship with the kingdom, I'm entitled naturally to be given such a titulacy that especially if I heard it through my comportment and conduct.
Yeah.
So which they found worthy, and so they bestowed on me that traditional thank.
Wow.
So apart from being an Otuba in that kingdom, I'm also a respect of many church titles in Yoruba land.
Wow.
In Ekiti and here in Ife too. And what I do right now, I'm the chief press secretary to the king, director of media and public affairs. And that's the destination. And by application, I'm the official spokesman of not just the king, but by extension, the entire kingdom.
We are very grateful to meet you, and in my staying here a few days ago, I've been witness when it comes to character display, relationship with the people that came to the festival. You were one of the vibrant people who were welcoming and making sure that everything is put in order. So once again, we are grateful to have you, and we thank you so much for such wonderful character that we have seen within you, and we are sure as a right person with Oni, everything will be okay. Once again, welcome. Now we're back to business. When I say business, it's all about when it comes to the people of Accra. We have been told since from our childhood, or what have been written, that the people from Accra, known as Gami people, they came and stayed here in Ife. And last year, our king came to Rodo Festival. But we want to hear from the horse's mouth. Kindly, with all patience, give us the history of Ife, Oni, Ogun, that area, so that we may understand the land of Ife with all due respect.
Well, let me start by establishing an undisputed fact about the creation of the world.
Okay.
God Almighty, of course, decided to create this world, particularly the heart, and also ready to populate the heart with people, inhabitants. Thus, having created the heart, created the water, created the land, created, the everywhere, that all the components of the heart. Then I was in need to create the inhabitants of the earth that will make use productively of the heart just created.
Okay.
And so he spoke to his council, and they resolved to create the heart by sending 401 of those who are with them, celestially, to populate the heart. So the first set of people that God created or God assigned to populate the heart were 401. Though they didn't come at once, they were coming in contingents, in batches. But eventually they all gathered and they numbered 400. Now, of all these 401, Odudua, without having to delve into the journey to leadership and the politicking that surrounded the journey to leadership, without having to do that, Odudua eventually emerged as leader for all. Maybe the time they will dabble or discuss, what actually transpired on the journey to leadership will be for another day. But right now, let's just focus on the fact that God created the heart and God completed the heart with 401 superhuman beings who are not giving back to, but assigned by God to come through so many. Some will appear through the wind, some will appear through the water, some will appear, some will just descend. And so they all gathered and formed the first society of the world. And it happened here in Ilefe. And that era was called Ife Odaye. Ife Odaye simply means Ife of the people that first created, or as we say, Ife of the first creation. So that's the meaning of Ife Odaye. And so the population was allowed to grow through intermarriages, social activities, commercial activities, farming, hunting, and naturally population grew. And the border grew very big. And after several years, centuries of centuries, thousands of years, there was a need for God to terminate that world. Maybe reasons, another discussion for another day. It may be similar to what happened in the Bible, that God asked God to terminate the world, or to prepare mankind for God's decision to terminate the world. So I won't go into the what actually angered God. The problem had grown so big, and at the time they were doing things that were not palatable to God, or things that were sacrilegious to God, and God had to terminate the world. And so among these 401, as far as people who became there, was also a man called Lua. L-U-W-A. Lua. Yeah. He was among the 401 superhuman beings that were working for God on earth. And his responsibility as assigned by God was to interface between God and the rest of just the way our ruler would do, through consultation with the oracle. But Lua was a prophet that would take message directly from God to the people the vice versa. So Noah was instructed or directed by God to give a prophetic message to the people about his intention to terminate the world and give them remedy for that, which was that they should move to the uphill, the mountain top, not too far from here, like 20 kilometers from here. Because it was going to rain every day, and it was going to rain for several days, maybe like 40 days. I don't know how many days, but it rained for a long period of time, days, and the entire surface of the earth will be taken over by flooded, such that nobody, nobody caught up in the turbulence of the flood will survive. And so the only way for survival is for you to not to defy the warning and make sure that you join Noah to go to the mountain. So only those who heeded the prophetic advice or instruction given to them by Noah, only few of them survived the flood. So at the end of the rainy period, when the flood disappeared, for those who survive, who have the mountain, who have the hilltop, who have to descend, and that's very similar to what they have in the Bible and Quran of a man called Noah, who is said to have built an ark for God. Alright? Here we have Noah, who was asked by Olodumare, meaning God, to move people who are ready to survive to the mountain top to be able to avoid or escape the turbulence of flood. And what he did up there was that he built an ark. I don't know the way the Bible has described the ark, but here we know that the ark was not a mobile ark. It wasn't a mobile ark. Alright, it was just built in an ark shape, but it was a stationary object. Yeah, it was actually a stationary object. It wasn't a moving ark. It was only built on the high mountain where flood level would never, reach. That's what he did. And then moved the people onto the mountain and eventually into the ark. So when the rain stopped and the flood disappeared, they came out of the ark and descended back to this place and started the new world. This new world was called Ilefe. Ilefe simply means Ife of the survivors of the war, of the flood. Ife the Ifes who survived the flood. Who survived Agbo means Lasibo means turbulence or disaster. So and started the second dynasty of Makkah. The first dynasty was known as Ife of the first people created by God. The first dynasty was Ife like I mentioned it earlier. Ife of the people first created by God, which was terminated by God for the reason that we will not discuss now. And then we now have the second dynasty called by Ife, made up by the people made up by the people who survived the turbulence of the flood of the rain. And so this population also started growing. Those spirits, those fallen among spirits, disappeared during the turbulence of the rain and flood. They reappeared because they are superhuman. They are superhuman beings. They are not like you and I. All right. So they could function both physically and spiritually. So why the turbulence was they disappeared, they didn't perish. You know, some could disappear into the water, some could into the air, the wind, you know. Some you know return to the sky and water. Some will be inside other ground. So after the settlement of the survivors of the flood, so they reappeared, joined them, and then continue to administer them. And so they organized the society and named it Ife Oyilan. Alright, now Olua emerged again, now continue his teaching or his leadership. And that era also lasted several years. And in the process, there was a need to expand this part of the surface of the earth. Because through the oracle prophetic message, it was made known to them, you know, the extent of this territory, you know, bordered by waters, you know, different locations of the waters, and all other components of the earth. So they needed to see those, you know, assets. It was very important for them to see them, and they now began to send emissaries to go and discover wherever they are, to go and, you know, by migration. You know. And of course that was actually a policy, expansionist policy made by the king. It was an expansionist policy seconding people from Ife to various places. To now form what you now have as the world. For whatever reason, you will just be going, keep going until you get to a certain place as prescribed by the oracle. When you go, you of course you see signs that you are there. That's where you are going to stay. You go eastward. You go southern side. You go northern. You go this direction. You just keep going. Wherever you see whenever you cross the third river, that's where you're going to stay. You know, you are being guided prophetically by the oracle through the practice of Oromila. Oromila, like I told you earlier, is one of the 401. So all the members of that supernatural community, so it was really a serious era. All of them, each and every one of them, was assigned for a particular responsibility. You had Ogun, who was in charge of iron metal, you know, melting iron and converting it to instruments of pathfinding. Ogun was the first person who created roads. Everywhere was bushy. Ogun was the first person who created, you know, walk paths, and through the instrument made of iron. So it means that ever before the westernization, our indigenous Africans were used to melting iron. Because we are already using cutlasses and hoes thousands of years ago. Okay? And so that era also grew, became very big, and the name changed from Ife Odayi to Ife Akonubebe because of what they have now started doing through the expansionary policy. Ife Akonubebe simply means Ife that creates other kingdoms. Ife kingdom that creates other kingdoms. And so that's why Ife remains the source and traditional headquarters of particularly black race all over the world. Ife is actually the source of mankind and traditional headquarters of our race, black people all over the world. And that can be attested, that is attested to by a number of evidences, factors, and happenings. Both in the past and even currently, and as we speak, still happening. We were in the palace of the Archbishop of Canterbury, in London recently, who said to us that they migrated from Africa.
Wow.
While welcoming the king, the Oni of Ife, said welcome home. And when we expressed the surprise that why would the British people be welcoming us home, coming from Africa? He said yes, he saw the expression. And of course, we are found it. I said yes, welcome home, this is your home, because we are all here, all of us here, migrated from Africa. He said it. So it's a fact that the world actually migrated from Africa. And if you look at it very closely and critically, you see that the only group of people, the only racial group of people, okay, not only in Africa but also in the world, or particularly in Africa, that have consistently over the years, over decades and centuries, consistently maintain the position of cradle of mankind and the Yoruba people. And when I hear Yoruba people now, I'm talking of the source of the Yoruba people, which is here in Ife. So Ife is the source of not just the Yoruba race, it's also the source of the Oduduwa race, which is larger than Yoruba. And then of course, it's also the source of the entire world.
All right. Thank you so much for the such in-depth analysis and also taking your time with all patience, explaining everything. I mean, very insightful indeed. Once again, thank you so much. But with all due respect, we want you to tell us about Oduduwa, which most of the people don't know Oduduwa itself very well. I mean, when it comes to its work effectively on the Yoruba land and other places, kindly with all patience explain Oduduwa to
Thank you very much. You see, of course, we cannot talk about the creation of the world, or we can't talk about the establishment and existence of the world without Oduduwa. I did mention that the world was not populated by foreign and one of whom was Oduduwa, who later became Ilefe. So it means that Oduduwa was the first administrative leader, so to say, in the world. And that, the leadership system that we claim or we seem to have copied, from the Western world to the have been there, was actually established by Oduduwa, or during the Oduduwa era. The leadership system, even the democracy, the structure of government, in their time, there was also executive, there was judiciary, there was legislation in their time. So there are also checks and balances. You have the king, in council. The council has so much power, they can punish the king for doing whatever they considered offense.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, they could remove the king.
Wow.
Yes, and there was judiciary, then called Ushugo, who can pass judgment. It was like the Supreme Court.
Wow.
Yes, the king has the final authority, but the king too can subject him to disciplinary action before the Ushugo Council. So there were checks and balances.
Wow.
Yes, and this happened during the era of Oduduwa. I'm talking of several thousands of years.
Yeah. I think 3 days ago I went to the place, but it has been locked. It looked like a forest. But please, with all due respect, with the Oduduwa forest, let me borrow the word deity. Is there any other deities within the Oduduwa forest? Or
I don't think so.
Oduduwa forest?
I don't
It's
think
only
so.
one.
Each and every one within the committee of those of the 401 had his abode.
Oh, okay.
Now, where you went used to be the abode of Oduduwa.
Okay.
Ogun had his abode. Alright?
Yeah.
Which was where we did we went.
Yeah.
You remember the shrine that we went for the Olojo festival?
Yeah.
Where they hanged the sacrificial
or what?
The Bernard dog.
Yeah.
That used to be the abode of Ogun.
Oh.
Ogun was one of what, like I told you, he's involved in charge of fire.
Okay.
Alafare was prominently one of them.
Wow.
In fact, Oduduwa, Orunmila, Alafare, Obatala, Ogun, these were the top-notch, these were the front bench members of that committee of 401.
Wow.
These were the leaders, but prominent members. Each and every one of them had their home. So where you went, which is called Oduduwa Grove, was actually and still the home. And all those ancient houses around the village, of course, are inhabited by members of this generation.
Okay.
Each and every of them still keep their families intact till today.
Okay.
Today,
yeah.
You can't even be a king if you are not in the election of Oduduwa.
Wow.
All of them you must belong to the lineage of Oduduwa. Okay?
Yeah.
So, till today, Ogun still has his generation. Okay?
Yeah.
I belong to him.
Wow.
Alright?
Okay.
I'm not from the lineage of Oduduwa, I'm from the lineage of Ogun.
Wow.
You have those who are from the lineage of Eshu. Eshu still has his abode. If you are going leftward from that shrine to the left, just about 100 or 200 meters. Yes, less than 200 meters. You see a shrine on the first on the right.
Okay.
That's the Eshu shrine.
Wow.
His house used to be around that.
Okay, so
we have them like that, and all these abodes of our past heroes, our ancestors. I can tell you, I've seen scattered around the place, which if the African leaders, Nigerian government or Nigerian government per se, they take it serious, they can turn it to very productive tourism that will generate income for the government, for Nigeria. What you go to see in Saudi Arabia or Mecca are things like that. Things that you read in the Bible, that you don't know go and see. They will show to you the stream where the prophet once drank water. And because of that, the faithfuls of Islam believe that if they go and drink same water, they get their problem, spiritually solved. So we still have their homes in Ife, which can be patronized by the world, by international tourists, if we improve on them. And the only body that can do that honestly is government. Individuals can do it. Even if the palace cannot do it all.